What have you done to make ends meet? Have you always been a professional fighter?
Yeah, I used to run a security company. I used to provide close protection security for different styles of businessmen, and I used to do it myself as well, work in bars and clubs and bars in London and most of England.
Any banks?
Pardon?
Any banks?
No banks, no. No, I didn't trust us, I don't think. But no, so I know where you're going with that though.
I think you do.
Yeah, I do. But no, so yeah, so it's very hard being in my country. That's why I come out of England and more into when I was going to Thailand, going to Amsterdam to do Thai boxing. They pay much better money there for Thai boxing, and K1 their stand up is they pay much more money. So it's very hard to make ends meet as a fighter in England.
What about the ruffians that you're staying in the house with? What do you think?
Do you know what? To be honest, there's a few characters, but so far no one's really shown their hand yet. Everyone's been kind of respectful to each other, and I think because we're heavyweights, and I think there's an older crowd here on this show, everyone's a bit more respectful so far. But then again, the heat of the pressure of the fight hasn't come yet. So when we find out tomorrow who's fighting who, I think it's going to turn the heat up a little bit in the house, and it's going to start making segregation of the two teams. Because right now, like last night, everyone was kind of sitting together, we all had food together, everyone's laughing and kind of having a joke and finding the house, but pressure hasn't hit nobody yet. And when that does, I think there's going to be some fireworks, I think.
Yeah.
What do Europeans and the UK think of Kimbo?
What they think of Kimbo?
Or do they know him?
I don't know what they think of Kimbo, to be honest. I know what I think of him. I don't know what they think of him. You know, I think they just see him on YouTube and they see what he is. I think people were very looking forward to seeing him fight for his first two fights, and after seeing him fight, I don't know whether that improved their opinion or made it worse. So, me personally, I can give a shit if he's here or he's not. You know, I've had 200 times more fights than he's had. So I've had over 150 fights now. So we're worried about a guy that's had a couple of fights in a cage and maybe 10 or 20 on YouTube. Doesn't mean nothing to me. I'm enjoying the publicity that he's bringing, because if they put him against me, I'm going to knock his ass completely out. So I'm looking forward to it if they do, but I don't think they're going to put him near me.
Actually, what's your MMA record?
12 and 4. My Thai boxing's 136 and 9.
Yeah, we said the same thing when we casted him.
Yeah.
It's
Like casting session, he broke that
how
out.
many minutes is that?
Yeah.
Pardon?
How many minutes is that? That's like...
Yeah, God knows.
I'm not.
I have 79 knockouts.
Who do you want to fight?
Who do I want to fight?
You got an option. Who do you want?
In the house, it's kind of strange. I don't know, you know, because it's like...
It's too early.
It's early to say. I haven't got no personal vendetta against anybody right now, and even if I did have, I don't think that'd be the person I'd choose to fight for any particular reason.
I wouldn't even say personal vendetta. I was just saying, like, out of the guys
for,
you see...
For publicity-wise, I'd say Kimbo. Put me against him because they're making such a big deal of the guy. But I just want to put anyone they think they're going to match and put a good show on. I want to see a good fight, you know, where we can have a good and make for the fans. And there's some real big guys here that are going to be from the NFL, so they're going to be big swingers, I think, because they haven't got too much experience in the cage. They're going to be so. I don't know. It's a very unorthodox people. It's not like half of them are NFL football players, so I haven't seen any of them fight. You know, so it's hard to say who I'd say. Yeah, I could fight him, or I could fight him because I know our styles are going to meet, and we're going to have a war, and it's going to be to the end. You know, but I don't know them, so it's really hard to say. Yeah, apart from the big guys, it's always good to see a big guy go down. I think that that would be a great thing for me. But apart from that, I don't know. You know.
Are you happy it's just one weight class?
Sorry.
So are you happy that it's just one weight class?
I think it's easy on the house. I mean,
A little annoying.
Yeah, because it seems to be right now that, like I said, that we're a bit more older and a bit more wiser, and no one's really playing with anyone's food and shit like that. Heavyweights like to eat and sleep. You know, we're kind of a bit lazy like that, and I think with the younger ones it would have maybe started to be a bit more, if they start drinking or misbehaving or like doing silly pranks, then I think it's kind of would have been turned, and you would have seen a heavyweight slap one of them. You know, so I think it's quite good to keep us separate, but you know, the show's a show.
What's this scar from?
Thai boxing.
Any nerves left in there?
I don't think so. Over the years, I've pretty much had my days of feeling. I think I've kicked for so long. I leg kicked a guy. He blocked. We both split our shins. That one, and I didn't even realise. And then I kick him in the head, and I saw the blood, and I thought, oh, I cut him, and they stopped the fight. So I was like, yeah, I won. And they went, no, no, no. And they pointed at my shin, and I was like, oh. And then I looked at his, and his was bleeding. So I was like, no, no, no. Here, they called it a draw. They stopped the fight. You know, mutual contact.